This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so I was discussing about this offers, right? So that Hemant, he got as a fresher, and how he came through his relative reference. They were taking the course and they referred. So he got as a fresher job and DevOps. Yeah. So other three more guys, they got that job on 3 years of DevOps. Yes, they put that experience on 3 years and they got the jobs. And with the very good packages also, 11.5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, like that one. Okay, so in yesterday we discussed about some plugins, right? So today we are going to discuss about that port number. So by default, Jenkins is going to run with the default port number 8080, right? So I want to change that port number from 8080 to something else. So for that one, we have to go to the etc directory. There you will see that sysconfig. In this particular directory, you will see one file called as Jenkins. Suppose you have installed Jenkins in RHL, you will see this particular directory. Suppose you have installed Jenkins in Ubuntu operating system. It's the same directory where we can find this jenkins5. No. So it is available in the slash etc default. So in this particular directory, you will see that file called as Jenkins, right? Okay, so let me open that file. So first, let me connect to this Linux server where my Jenkins server has installed. Okay. Okay, so let's connect to this server. Okay, we have successfully connected. Switch it to the root user. Then go to the etc directory. There you will see that sysconfig directory. Sysconfig. See, currently I'm in this particular directory. Right. So there you will see that one file called as Jenkins. This is a file. Just type lsfnl. See here, Jenkins is the file. Right. So just open that file using this VA editor, VA sysconfig uh, Jenkins, VA Jenkins. If you observe, so the default Jenkins home directory path is slash varlib Jenkins. Is it possible to change that default Jenkins home directory default path slash varlib Jenkins to something else? Yes, it is possible. So you have to come and you have to update this path. You have to come here and you have to update this path. Right. Just scroll down. See, by default, Jenkins is going to run with Jenkins user. If you want, you can create another user and you can specify that username also here. Right. Then scroll down. See here, by default, Jenkins is going to run with that default user, a default port number 8080. Just change that from 8080 to 9980. 9980. Just I'm changing that port number from 8080 to 9980. Save it. So like this, guys, if you want to do configurations for your Jenkins, you have to come to this particular directory. /etc/config. There you will see that one file called as Jenkins, and you have to update it. Right. So if you do any configurations in this particular file, you have to restart the Jenkins service. Otherwise, it is not going to work. See, still it is running with 8080 only. Right. So just refresh it. It is running with 8080 only. So now you can restart the service. Use that systemctl command and service name. Restart service name Jenkins. So it's taking time. So once if you restart, then it is going to reflect that what are the configurations we did in that Jenkins file. So now if you go to that browser and if you try to access it, it is not going to work. Oh, still it is working with 8080 only. I have changed it, right? 9980. Maybe it is not working. Let me stop. It stopped. So now even 8080 also it is not working. Then you can check the status. So it has stopped. Then you can start it. Okay. So it started. So now just check the status. See, it is showing that active running. It is running. Okay. So now you can go here. Just check with this one. Oh, still it is running with 8080 only. So maybe they have changed in the latest version. So this is a file usually. Just check it. Cat Jenkins. So, so we have changed it, right? 9980. Okay. So no need to reboot the server. Just if you do any changes in this particular file, just restart the service. That is more enough. No need to remove this within the double quotes. You have to keep inside this double quotes only. Okay. So earlier also it was like this one only, right? Okay. So let me use that service command. Service Jenkins stop, right? Now start it. Get started. So still it is taking 80 only. Okay. VA Jenkins. So just check that 8080 port here. Only one place is that 8080 port. Usually that is the place where we are going to change the port number. So it is not there. See, only one place is there. So this is the HTTP port. So we don't want to use that HTTPS, okay, because we are not enabling. Okay, so let me open in other browser. It seems it is not taking. Maybe I will check this one. Maybe in tomorrow session, I will get back to you on this one. Please remain me on this one. Okay. So today, maybe after this class, I will debug this issue. What is the problem? Maybe with the new version of Jenkins, maybe they have changed some settings. Maybe we need to follow. I will check that one. So even previous batch also we did the same thing, right? So they are releasing that new features, right, with the latest version. Maybe they have changed. So I will check and I will get back to you on this one. So first we'll go with this one only. Okay, we'll go with 8080 right now. So that is the way usually we are following to change the port number. Okay, but it is not working. I will check and I will get back to you on this one. So now we'll discuss about that views. So if you see here, same Jenkins server in the real time also, we are going to use for creating the jobs for other projects also. So in one of the Jenkins server, we have hundreds of jobs out there. Okay. So on the same Jenkins server, n number of DevOps engineers are working. Okay. So it is very difficult to navigate that jobs which you are working, right? See, now only 4 jobs are there. Easily you can able to navigate. Sir, so if it is having n number of jobs, hundreds of jobs, it is very difficult, right? So in that case, what we are going to do? We are going to create the views. How we are going to create the views? And one more thing, some people are asking me, sir, if you restart the server, any of these servers, okay, stop and start. So the public IP address is going to change, right? See, some people are restarting the server. After restarting, you will get that the new public IP address. You have to update this SonarKey, Nexus, updated IP addresses in the form.xml. Otherwise, it is not going to work. So manually, you have to update it. And people are asking, sir, in the real time also, we are going to do the same way like manually updating every time. In the real time, we are not going to use this public IP address. Instead of that one, what we are going to do? We are going to use that private this elastic IP. So elastic IP. So once if you create elastic IP and if you attach that elastic IP, even if you restart that servers, the IP address is not going to change. See here, this is one service called elastic IP. So right now we don't have any elastic IPs. Okay, see here, allocate elastic IP. Create this one and you can attach that elastic IP to the server. So it is going to make it permanently that elastic IP. The IP address is not going to change. Okay, but it is not a free service. If you are going to use that elastic IP, we need to pay the money. So that's why I'm not covering. But anyway, in AWS classes, okay, we are going to cover that what is the elastic IP, what is the security group. So all these things we are going to discuss, guys. Okay, so now what you have to do, if you do restart of your servers, take that updated IP address and configure in a form.xml. Clear? Okay. So now how to create the views? See, I'm working for Facebook applications. Okay. So I want to create one view for that Facebook application. For that one, if you see, plus symbol is there. Click on plus symbol and give the name. So I'm going to give that Facebook projects. Facebook project. Select list view. Click on create. And it is going to display that all the jobs, whatever it is available in our Jenkins server, right? So what you have to do, select that what are the jobs which you want to display under that view. Okay, I have selected these two and click on OK. Now if you see, we have created one view called as Facebook app, Facebook project, right? Under that we can see that two jobs. Same way you can create another view also, Maven project. Select list view, click on create. See here Maven project and click on OK. So now if you click on Facebook project, see it is going to display that only the Facebook related jobs. You click on Maven projects, it is going to display only the Maven related projects. So like that, we are going to create that n number of views, and we are going to add that jobs which are relevant to that particular project. So like this, easily we can able to navigate that whatever the jobs which we are working, right? So earlier in my company, so it happened 2 years back. So in one of the Jenkins server, more than 200 jobs are there. So they're struggling to navigate that what are the jobs they are working, right? So we have one day we had a meeting. So in that meeting, I was sharing the screen. So people are showing, telling that. So here it's very difficult to navigate that jobs whatever we are working. Is there any solution? So I explained for them. Hey, my man, it's very simple. Create a view here and add that whatever the jobs which you are working, and directly click on that view. So automatically it is going to display only the jobs which you have working, and they are very happy because earlier they were searching. So if you go to the view all, it is going to display that all the jobs here. Here 200 plus jobs are there in one Jenkins server. It is very difficult to search one by one, right? So that's why we created that views, and we added that respective jobs under that view. Okay. So it is very easy to navigate that what are the jobs which you are working. So interview perspective, it is not that much important. Okay, but to when you are using this Jenkins, it is very easy to navigate that jobs whatever you are working. So if you want to suppose already you created the view and you have created one job. So click on new item, Facebook prod created. So I'm going to select that. Click on OK. So now, if you see here, I have created one job called as a Facebook FN prod. Now, if you go and see in this Facebook projects view, it is not added. Is it possible to add now? Yes, click on edit view and just scroll down. If you see, select this checkbox, click on OK. Now if you see, under that Facebook iPhone projects, three jobs are there. Three jobs are there. Right. So like this, you can create the views, you can edit the views, you can delete the views. Suppose if you delete the view, if you delete the view, so let me create one more view, test, and I'm going to add that run shell script. So now if you see under test view, one job is there, run shell script, right? Now if I delete this view, okay, under this view, right now only one job is there, run shell script, right? So this view also only this view is going to delete, or under this particular view jobs also going to delete it? Only view is going to delete it. Okay, let's see. Click on delete view. Yes. Now see, view is deleted, but still job is there. Right. Under view all, you can see that all the jobs. Right. So now you guys clear about that. What is the use of views, right? So views can be used to group the relevant jobs, right? See, Facebook related jobs we have grouped here, and it is very easy to navigate also. Clear? So again I am saying, interview perspective, it is not important, but while using this Jenkins, create these views and you can organize the jobs in one place. Clear? Anybody have any questions about these views? If not, we'll discuss about that Jenkins security. Okay. So Praveen Kumar is asking, can we add subviews in the main view? No, it is not possible. Is there any such option, sir, apart from this one? No, we don't have. Even if you see here, do you have any input box here for search? We don't have in this dashboard. It is not possible to search, right? So that's why we are creating these views. There is no limit. You can create n number of views here. You can create n number of views. Okay. Suman is asking blue version. Okay, so yesterday we were facing issue, right? It's taking more time to la. It seems today it is very fast. Let me check. So whatever the Jenkins which we are using, compared to that last version which I used in the last batch, many updates are there in terms of like GUI and all. That is what I am observing. Many many updates are there. Okay. It was not taking this much time for earlier version of Jenkins. This time it is taking more time. Okay, still it is not loading. Yeah, so apart from not only yesterday someone asked, sir, this blue version only the GUI is going to change, or is there anything any features are there? We have some features also. Instead of giving that Jenkins URL, just if you give the Jenkins URL while creating the job, automatically it is going to get that all the repositories. It will ask you to select that which repository and all. So once, one second. Maybe I will open in another tab and we'll see. Okay, let it be. So in this tab is going to, we'll continue here. So we'll go back and we'll see later. Okay. So Jaychandra is saying due to port change of port number. No, not only, even yesterday also we are facing it is not loading. Okay, it is taking more time, but we didn't wait that much time. Okay, so now we'll start that Jenkins security. So Jenkins security means so how we can provide that security for our Jenkins in terms of accessing the jobs, login into the Jenkins and all. Right. So right now, if you observe, we have logged in as a one user called as Mithun Technologies. Right? We logged in as a one user called as Mithun Technologies. Right. So here, when we created this user while installing the Jenkins. So now I need to provide that access to the developers or some DevOps engineers are joined in our project. I need to provide that Jenkins access to that other resources also. So assume we have two developers are there. Okay, those two developers like Mithun, Ritvik. Then two DevOps engineers are there. Okay, Shishir and Manan. Okay, so now what I'm going to do? I'm going to create that four users. I'm going to create that four users: Mithun, Ritvik, Shishir, Manan. And let's see how we can create it. If you want to create a user, very simple. Go to the Manage Jenkins. There you will see that Manage Users. Okay, so right now only one user is there. Method Technologies user is there. And see here, you will see one option. Click on Create User. So give the username. So the username is Mithun. Password, your wish. You can give whatever the password. Confirmation password and a full name. And give the email ID. So any email ID you can give here. Okay. So any email ID you can give. It is not going to validate. But without giving this email ID input box, if you try to click on create user, see it is showing that invalid email ID. So you have to give any email ID. Even though if it is not working, it is not going to validate. See, there is no email card as mithun@gmail.com. Click on create user. So user has created. So now you can create one more user. Give the password, confirmation password, full name, and give the email ID. So now we have created that Mithun and Ritvik, these two users. So we have created that developers credentials. Same now I am going to create that two more users. Those guys are working as a DevOps engineers, assume. So now click on user, click on create user, Shishir, give the confirmation password. So give that full name, email ID, create user. Okay, so created and create that another last user, Manan. Give the password. So now we have created that two developers and two DevOps engineers. Let's validate whether these users are going to work or not, whatever the users which we created. Log out. So first we'll check with that Mithun user, whatever the user which we created, and log in. If you observe here, we have successfully logged in with Mithun user. And also, if you see here, we can see that manage Jenkins. So if you see this option, manage Jenkins option means we have the admin access for the Jenkins user. Right? We have admin access for the Jenkins user. So log out and check with the Rutvik user. See here also Rutvik ready. So whatever the name we have given, that display name it is going to display here. So even for Rutvik user also we can able to see that manage Jenkins option. We can see that manage Jenkins option. Right. So now we don't want to give that admin access, right, for the developers. So we'll check for other two more users, whatever we have created. Shishir and username. See, we can able to log in successfully with the Shishir user, and we can able to see that manage Jenkins. Log out, and the last user is Manan. So we can able to log in with the Manan user also successfully, and also if you observe here, we can able to see that manage Jenkins option. Right. So now, if you observe, all the users by default they can see that manage Jenkins access, right? Means they have admin access. They have admin access. Everyone have the admin access. For developers, we don't want to give that admin access. So if you give that admin access, they can able to do that some administration tasks, right? Installing the plugins, uninstalling, creating the users. We don't want to give admin access. Then what to do? So we need to restrict that admin access to these two users. So for that one, so log in with the admin user which we created when we are installing. So what is the user which we created? We created that Mithun Technologies. Right. So this is a admin user. So I'm logging in to the Mithun Technologies user. Click sign in. So go to the manage Jenkins. You will see here configure global security. Configure global security. So using this option, using this configure global security option, we can secure the Jenkins and we can provide the what level of access to that users, right? So click on configure global security. So if you see here under security realm, by default it is going to select that Jenkins own user database. Means whatever the users which we created, those users are storing in the Jenkins database. Here database means that users.xml file. So guys, Even we can call file as also one database. Whatever it is going to store, right? That one we can call as database. So right now we are using that Jenkins own user database, this option. So whatever the user we created, those users are storing in the users.xml file. Apart from this one, so this is the default option which is going to select. Apart from this one, if you see here, LDAP. So if you integrate LDAP server, we don't want to create the users manually. So if you select this one, see, it is asking that LDAP server URL. Click on this advanced server configurations and give that root DN. Okay, all these things is going to provide that like this LDAP administrator. LDAP administrator. Okay, select this one. So we don't want to use this LDAP right now because we don't have LDAP server. Okay, so we are going to use this default one, Jenkins own user database. So here by default this one is going to allow or this one is going to select, right? So in the real time we are going to use this LDAP. Okay, we are going to integrate LDAP server into the Jenkins. It's very simple, guys. So select this one and give the repository that LDAP server URL. All these things anyway provided by that LDAP administrator. Okay, so now we don't have, we'll go with this one, right? So I think someone has forgot the password for Jenkins. So I showed that one video. Is it worked for you guys? So Madhosh, na? That guy was saying that. Hmm? Okay. So this security lab, it is going to mention that how we can use that users from where we need to. Okay. So Om Prakash, he's saying that yes, it's worked for me. I think he forgot the user, the password. Okay. So now we have the users, right? How we can provide that only the read access for the developers. We don't want to provide that admin access. So for that one, we are going to that authorization section. Under the authorization section, by default, it is going to select that logged in users can do anything. Means if you have valid credentials, you can able to do that administration tasks also. You can able to do that administration tasks also. Right. So this is the default authorization strategy which it is going to select by default. But we don't want to do that one because if you use this option, anyone can able to do that admin activities, right? Because they can able to see that manage Jenkins option. So now instead of that one, logged in can do anything. We are going to select that matrix based security or project based matrix authorization strategy. Or if you see yesterday we were discussing about one plugin called as a role based authorization strategy. Role based authorization. So right now it is not showing here, right? So if you go back to that Jenkins server, click on dashboard, manage Jenkins and manage plugins. Click on available. Just you can search here role based authorization strategy. Role based authorization strategy. Select this one and install without restart. See, it is installed. Now go back to the Jenkins dashboard, manage Jenkins, then click on configure global security. See here, we can see that role-based strategy also. Okay, so after installing role-based authorization strategy plugin, then only can able to see this option. Otherwise, we are not able to see. Right. So now we are going to use any one of these authorization strategies. So we'll go with this project-based matrix authorization strategy. Right. So this is what we are using. So once if you select this project-based authorization strategy, if you see here, add user or add group. Right. So now if you see here, 4 users we created. If you don't add these users in this project based authorization strategy, they are not able to access it. Right. So click on add user. So first add that admin user also, Mithun Technologies, add, and add that Mithun user, then Ritwik user, then Shishir. So if you try to add that Bhaskar, did we created the Bhaskar user? No, right? See here, it is showing that user not found. Okay, so I want to delete it. Very simple. See here, right side, one red mark cross symbol is there. Click on this one. So now Mithun Technologies user is added, Mithun user is added, Kritik user is added, Shishir user is added. Did we add that Manan user? Manan is a valid user, but still we didn't add it. If you don't add Manan user, he is not able to log in. Even though he is valid user, he is not able to log in. Right? So now for this Mithun Technologies user, I am going to give that all the access. So for that one, click on this checkbox. Okay, for this user, I have provided all the access. So if you want to uncheck this one, check. This is uncheck. Right. So like this, you can select, unselect. And for Mithun user, I want to give that only the developer access. Means he don't want to get that admin access. So for that one, if you see under overall section, if you see read is there, read, just select that read for Mithun and Rutvik. Okay, so for Shishir, I am going to give that admin access. And so if you want, you can give that full access also for the Shishir user. Give that all the level of access. So now for Mithun user, I am going to give that under job level, so he can able to read the jobs, even Rutvik also. So for both users, I have provided that read access on the job level, and move, discover, it is not there, delete, create, configure, cancel, build. Means if you log in as a Mithun user, so whatever the jobs are there currently in your Jenkins server, for all the jobs, you can do the build, you can cancel the build, you can configure, means you can update it. You can configure, create, delete, means you can delete the jobs, you can create the jobs, you can update the jobs by Mithun user. As a Rutvik user, Just he can able to see the jobs, but he's not able to create the jobs. He's not able to update the jobs. He's not able to trigger the jobs. Same way, if you see here, we have one column called as view. We have one column called as view. Under that one, if you see, read is there. So for both users, I am giving that read for the view. And as a Rutvik, he can able to delete the view, create the view, configure the view, right? But as a Mithun user, I'm not providing on the view access, right? So now if you log in as a Mithun user, Mithun can able to see that all the jobs and he have that create, update, delete on the job level. He have the access. But for views, he don't have that creating, updating the views. Just you can see that views, right? Suman is asking in real time, should we give that access to the developers to use the Jenkins? Yes, we are going to provide that read access only. Just they can able to log in and they can see that jobs. Even for some jobs, we are not going to give that trigger that build access also. Just they can see the logs. Just they can see that logs only, right? So now, if you observe, we have added only the 4 users: Mithun Technologies, Mithun user, Rutvik user, Shishir user. We didn't added that Manan user. So Manan is a valid user, even though we didn't add it. So just click on save. So now, if you try to log in with Manan user, if you try to log in with Manan user, is it possible? No. See, it is showing that access denied. Even though Manan is a valid user, but still he is not able to access. Right. So assume we have configured that LDAP with the Jenkins server. We have integrated LDAP server with the Jenkins server. So in this LDAP server, hundreds of users are there. So even after integrating LDAP server with Jenkins, everyone is not able to access it. What we have to do? We have to add those users into the whatever that authorization strategy which we are using. You have to add them into that authorization strategy. Then only they can able to access it. See now, Manan is a valid user even though he is not able to access it, right? Because we didn't added that Manan user into the authorization strategy. That's why he is not able to log in, right? So integrating LDAP server is going to reduce the creating the users manually. If you integrate LDAP server, you don't want to create the users manually. So whatever the users are there in this LDAP server, you can use those users to log in, right? So now I'm going to log out with Manan user and I'm going to log in with the trick user, uh, Mithun user first. So if you log in with Mithun user, you can see that all the jobs, right? And you can see that create view, create a job, update job, run the job. Click on sign in. Now if you observe, we can see the new item. If you see new item means you have that create job access. So if you go to that any job, see, build now, configure, delete, right? Even after building, after triggering the job, if you want, you can cancel it. See this option, you can see that for canceling, right? So like this, you can cancel the job also. Okay. So Madesh is asking, can we give access to the users only for particular jobs? Yes, it is possible. We'll do that one also next. So if you log in with Mithun user, assume Mithun user is working for Facebook applications. He has to see only the Facebook applications rather than all the jobs. We'll do that one also, right? So Om Prakash is asking, how can we know list of users in LDAP? We need to connect to that LDAP and run that etc password. No need. See, once if we integrate LDAP server, and we are going to get a one email from the development, right? Development lead. So he is going to tell that please add these users. If you search with those users, if that users are there, it is going to populate. Otherwise, it will say that user not found, invalid user, like that when we are going to see. Okay, so now we have logged in with Mithun user, and we can see that all the jobs, and on the job level we have all the access. Can you able to see that manage Jenkins option? No, because we didn't provide that admin access, right? So now log out with Mithun user and log in with Rutvik. Log in with Rutvik. Click on sign in. If you observe, can you able to see that new item? No. Can you able to see that manage Jenkins option? No. But if you see plus symbol, means he can able to create the views. He can update the views. See, edit the views, delete the views. But this plus option is not displaying for the Mithun user, right? Because we didn't provided that create view access. Sir, no. See here, this view also we can see delete view and all. But if you go to the job level, you can see here. If you go any job, can able to see that build now, delete. No, because we don't have the update access, delete access on the job level. We have only that view access. Yes or no? For a Rutvik user, we have only the view access. So like this, based on that authorization strategy, which access for which user we need to provide, we can see. Clear, guys? So far, anybody have any questions? So if you are clear, now we'll discuss about that how to provide that only Facebook application access to that Mithun user and Maven project access to the Rutvik user. So if I log in with Mithun user, if I log in with Mithun user, I can see only Facebook applications, right? If I log in with Rutvik user, I can see this Maven projects. Is it possible? Yes. So for that one, we are going to do some configurations. So Arun is saying, hi sir, below steps change for the port number change in the Jenkins. So he updated that jenkins.service file. So their port number was something else like 8080, and he changed it to 999, and he reloaded and he restarted the Jenkins service, saying that it's working fine. Okay, we'll see. So once our security topic is over, we'll come back and we'll see. Okay, thank you for your session. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I will log out. I will log in with the admin user within technologies. Click on this manage Jenkins. Go to the configure global security. So here what we are going to do, we are going to remove the access for all the access for Mithun user and Rutvik user. So right now, see, for Mithun user and Rutvik user, I have disabled the access. I have disabled the access. So now what we have to do, under overall section, just you can give that read access. Just you can give the read access. Don't give any other access. Don't give any other access. You can see. So now, if you log in with any of the user like Mithun or see, Mithun or Rutvik, you are not able to see any jobs. See, but we can able to log in. We can able to log in, but we are not able to see any of the jobs, any views also. Right, because we didn't provided any access. Right. So now what we have to do? Log out, log in with the admin user. So for which jobs you want to provide the access for Mithun user, go to those jobs, click on that particular job and click on configure. So if you observe here, we can able to see that enable project based security. When you are going to see this after enabling that project based matrix authorization strategy, then only can able to see. Click on this one. Okay, and here click on add user. To which user you want to provide this project access, add that user. So on this particular project, what are the access I want to provide? See here, I'm going to provide that all the access. Like he can read the job, he can delete the job, we can click on build now option. All these options you can able to see now. Save it. Same way, I'm going to update that QA job. Click on configure. Select this enable project based security. Here you can click on add. So I'm going to give that Mithun user. Okay, so now on this particular job, he can able to read it, but he is not able to delete, he is not able to update, he is not able to trigger the job. Only for this particular job, Facebook-QA. So for Facebook-prod, I didn't provide it. Okay, same way, if you click on this Maven-project type, click on configure, click on enable project based security. Here, click on add user. I am going to give that Ritvik, and I am going to select that all the access. Okay, so now if I log in with the Ritvik Mithun user, I can able to see that these two jobs, Facebook FNDev, Facebook FNQA. If I log in with the Ritvik user, I can able to see only Maven project type. Yes or no? Let's see. Log out. So I'm going to log in with the Mithun user. Click on sign in. Observe that I can see only two jobs. So for which jobs I provided, na? Only those two jobs I can see. Right. And also, if you click on this job, Facebook FNDev, see here, I can able to see the build now, configure, delete, and all. Same way, if you click on this Facebook FNQA, can able to see these options: build now, delete, configure. No, because for this particular job to this Mithun user, we didn't provide it. Right. See now, if you observe on the job level also, we can provide that access. Yes or no? On the job level also, we can provide what level of access we can provide also. Right. So now you can log out with Mithun user and log in with Ritvik user. Which see only we can see that Maven project type, and I click on this one, and you can see that build now, configure, delete project. Right. So like this, we can provide that access on the project level also. On the project level also, what level access also we can provide, means like build, update, these things also we can do it. Clear? So in my company, we are using this project based authorization strategy only. So you guys can explore that role based also. In the role based, we can create that roles like a developer, DevOps, and you can assign that one. You guys can explore it. If you are not able to, let me know. I will create one recorded video and I will upload into that YouTube channel. And the role based, this one, role based authorization strategy. Clear, guys? Anybody have any questions so far? Whatever we discussed on that Jenkins security. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to log in with Mithun user, Mithun Technologies. And I'm going to add that Manan user also. Configure global security. So here, add user, Manan. And I'm going to provide that all the access. Save it. Now log out with Mithun Technologies user, log in with Manan user. Okay. If you see here, I can see that all the access now, right? So any limitation for number of users, sir? No limitation. You can add n number of users, Mahesh. Clear? So now we'll see that whatever that Ashok has suggested. So let me go to that slash user lib systemd. Okay, there you will see that system. This one, this file. Okay. So log already I have logged in as a root user. So just search with 8080. So here environment Jenkins underscore port. Just change that 8080 to 9980. Then so let's go to that other options here. What are the other options? So your Jenkins log files is available in slash where log Jenkins access that log. So this is already we know. Okay, save it. Then restart it. So after changing the port number, so just reload that daemon, then you can restart it. So Om Prakash is asking, sir, what is the difference between matrix based authorization, project based authorization strategy, and role based? So each authorization strategy, they have their own features, right? And if you go through that role based, here we are going to create that roles first, and we are going to add that users. But in the project based, we are going to add, and based on that access level, we are going to select it. So these three are the authorization strategies. Using this one, you can configure what level of access you want, right? So now I have restarted. If you go here, just refresh this one. So with 8080, it is not working. Let's check with that 9980. This is the updated port which we have given. Yes, it is working. So give the username, Mithun Technologies, and password is the okay. So maybe with updated versions. So currently we are using that this version Jenkins 2.332.1. So he was saying that it worked for me with this Jenkins. Yes, sir. So we are also using the same version. So I think they have changed the file name to update that port number. So earlier we were updating this particular file only. Okay? So not sure, maybe in the latest versions it is not working. Thank you, Ashok, for giving this solution. So maybe I will go through that one also. So only for this version onwards they have changed this one, or is there any other alternative options? Okay, clear? Anybody have any questions so far? Whatever we discussed, guys. So today we discussed how to change the port number, how to create the views, how to provide the Jenkins security, right? Okay, so now we'll discuss about that Jenkins backup also. See, in one of the interviewer asked like this one. So today, one junior resource has joined in our project, and you have provided that Jenkins access. So he logged in, and he messed up. He messed up some configurations. How we are going to recover that one? So if you have that backup, easily can able to restore it. So if you don't have backup, we are not able to restore that whatever the job configuration earlier. So how to take the backup? So for that one, we need to install that some plugins. So if you go to that manage Jenkins, click on manage plugins, click on available tab. Just you can search here backup. See here, we have backup plugin, thin backup plugin, periodic backup, backup and interrupt job plugins, Google Cloud backup. See, many plugins are there, but we are going to this thin backup plugin. This is very useful plugin. See, using this Google Cloud backup plugin, we can store the backups in the cloud servers also. Using this other plugins like backup, periodic backup, backup and interrupt job plugin, you can restore the job configuration in the local server. Means where your Jenkins is running in the same Linux server only. Right. So I'm going to select thin backup plugin, install without restart. So after installing this plugin, if you go to that manage Jenkins, just scroll down, you will see this one option called as thin backup. Using this option, we can take the backup for your Jenkins configurations. Click on this thin backup. See here, three options are there: backup now, restore, settings. Using this backup now option, we can take the backup. So once if you click on backup now, it is going to take the backup. But we didn't configure right which configurations we need to take and where we need to store that backup. We didn't configure right. So for that one, what we are going to do? We are going to click on settings tab. So using this settings option, we can configure that. Where we need to store the backup, what files we need to take the backup. So what I'm going to do, I will go to the Jenkins home directory where lib Jenkins. Here I'm going to create a one directory with the name Jenkins backup. Jenkins backup. Okay. So if you see, this directory has created by the root user. This directory is created by the root user. So, but this directory is going to accessible by the Jenkins user. What I'm going to do? I'm going to change the ownership chown Jenkins -r recursively Jenkins Jenkins is a Jenkins backup. Now, if you see for Jenkins directory, Jenkins backup directory, username has changed. Username and group name. So go inside this Jenkins backup. So right now, if you see, we are in this particular directory. Nothing is there. So I'm going to store the backup in this particular directory. So give this one. So backup directory. So this is a backup directory I have given. So here it is going to store, and we'll come back, build a backup schedule for full backups, backup schedule for differential backups. So maximum number of backup sets. By default, it is -1. Means n number of backup sets it is going to take. Instead of n number of, I want to take only the 5 backup sets. Means I want to maintain the recent 5 backups only. Okay. And so what backup we need to take? See here, user content, next build number, plugins. So whatever you want, if any additional files, you can take it. So if you select, click on backup additional files and specify that file regular patterns. Suppose if you want to take all the .xml files, specify the directory name and the start.xml. So like that, you can specify these which files we need to take the backup. Then click on save. So using this settings option, we have configured that what files we need to take the backup. After taking the backup, where we need to store, we have configured. Right. So now, right now, if you see, nothing is there. Once if you click on this backup now, it is going to take the backup. Click on this one. Now you can go here, just type ls. Observe that it created one directory. Inside that particular directory, if you go and see jobs, plugins, user content, some useful configuration files, it took the backup. Go back. So now again what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on backup now. So if you observe here, within that minute, how it has created this directory: full, year, month, date, hour, minute. Within that minute, if you click on n number of times backup now, it is not going to take. And the same directory only, it is going to override. Click on backup now. Just type ls. Observe here now. Another directory has created, and it has took that backup. So within this minute, if you click on n number of times backup now, it is not going to work. See, it is not going to work. But once minute has crossed, right now if you see 7:23, 51, 52 seconds. So once it reaches the 7:24, once it reaches 7:24, now if you go and click on backup now, it will take the backup. Right. So just type ls. See here. Okay. So now if you see that settings, just scroll down. If you see here, move old backups to the zip files. Means whatever the old backups are there, I want to create that zip files. Select this one and click on save. And save. So now, right now, if you see, directories are there. Now, if you go and click on backup now, what will happen? For these 3 directories, it is going to create the zip file, and the latest backup, it will be created in the one directory. There it is going to keep. Right. So now, click on backup now. So we have clicked on this backup now, right? What will happen? The 3 backups, old backups, for those 3 backups, it is going to create the zip files, and the current directory, current backup, it will be available in one particular directory. Just observe that, right? 52, 53, 54 zip files are. So this is the latest backup. So if you observe, right now manually we are clicking on backup now. Yes or no? So instead of that one, is there any way we can automate it? Yes. If you see here, backup schedule for full backups, backup schedule for differential backups. Backup schedule for full backups means every time it is going to take the full backups. Differential backups means, so whatever that updates are there from last backup to so far till now, only those configurations only it is going to take. Only those configurations only it is going to take. So I'm going to configure full backups, star space star space star space star space star. For last star I'm not giving the space. So here 5 stars means every minute. So now what will happen once you click on save, every minute, even if you don't clicking on this backup now, so automatically it is going to take the backup. Automatically it is going to take the backup, and it will store. So like this, every minute it will take the backup. Every minute it will take the backup. So right now it has many tasks classed, right? So now you can go here, just type ls. So still it is not executed. So the cron tab will wait 1 minute. Just type ls. Observe here, it took that backup. So Dharmendran is asking, it will consume lot of disk space, right? It is recommended to schedule that backup for every minute. No, we are not going to do. Just for a demonstration purpose, I am using this every minute. See, if you configure every 1 hour, we are not able to check, right, whether it is running or not. Now we have configured that every minute. See, now it is running now. See this 56, 156, is 157. We didn't manually triggered, right? Automatically it has triggered. So after some time, if you go and see, okay, so now 5 backups are there, right? So after 1 minute, it is going to take one more backup, na? It will be 6, right? But it is not going to maintain that 6 backups. How many backups it is going to maintain? 5 backups only. So which one it is going to delete? It is going to delete first one. So Mohan is asking, in real time, mostly which backup plugin we are going to use? Most of the guys are using this thin backup plugin. So guys, whatever I'm teaching now, so those things I'm using, right? So in real time, what would be the build schedule time? So we are using that every 1 hour, and 50 builds we are maintaining. 50 builds we are maintaining. If you want to get maintain the 100 builds, 100 backups also, not builds, 100 backups. Now just type ls. Observe that. So this 52, this backup has deleted. Clear? So Mahesh is saying, sir, it is better than job config history, right? See, job config history plugin, just it will give that what configurations they did. So that is different, and this is different. And if you see, using this restore option, we can restore whatever that backups that you want. Clear? So that's all, guys, for today. So tomorrow we are going to discuss about that this one. It's very important. Don't miss anybody. So Subhen is asking, sir, if server crashed, we can restore the backup. See, if we have that backup in some other server, it is possible. But if in the same server, it is not possible. Okay. Thank you, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. I need to start that other batch. It's already. Bye.